When I talk about commandments, I know a lot of people are like, because I said, whenever I talk about commandments, some people are like, oh, are we going to eat unclean meat? Or we have to be keeping the Sabbath? Let me just clarify this for those that don't really understand. You see, God chose the nation of Israel. Okay? God says, amongst all nations, I'm going to choose you as his inheritance. So he chose them apart from all nations. Now, if you understand that all nations are to what? Submit to God. All nations are to live by the commandments of God. So, what will set apart this nation that God has chosen from all other nations? That's where the Sabbath and the unclean meats comes in. All it does is sets them apart from other nations. It doesn't mean that these nations, that all other nations, they don't need to keep the Sabbath as they are keeping it. That's just for them and them alone. They don't need to eat clean meats as they are eating it. That's for them and them alone. It just sets them apart. That's why Jesus says it's not what goes into you that makes you unclean, but what comes out. And the division that Peter had when he had all the animals was presented to him, and God says, "Arise, kill and eat." And he says, "I've never eaten something that is unclean." God says, "What I have created, you don't call it unclean." And at that time, God sent somebody to him for him to preach to, and those people were not Jews. And Peter now said that now I understand, because they used to see those people as unclean people. So they are uncommon, the unclean. So he says, now I understand that they are not special because they eat clean meats and keep the Sabbath. It doesn't make them special. That these other people that's not been given those specific laws, they are not excluded from the salvation of God. So Jesus died as much for them as he did for every other nation. So this Sabbath unclean meat sets the nation of Israel apart from other. That's the only, it just sets them apart from other nations. So this is not a requirement to be saved. So keeping God's laws does not include the things that sets the nation of Israel. Everything else about the law applies to us.